opponent across the ring is the defending champion, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing purple trunks with white and gold trim, hailing from Ohio. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the undefeated JuniorTheTruth.
Yes, Lord. What's up with it, family? What's going on with it, family? What's the damn deal, man? Salute to you all. Big Joe Townsend, what's good with you, family? Salute to you. Big G5 Jet TV, what's good with you, homie? Salute to you. Salute to my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sister, Shawalaya, in the chat. Salute to my sister. Salute to my sister, Sheila Fields in the building, a.k.a. Gertrude. What's up with you, big Gertrude? What's up with you, big Trude? Salute to you, baby. I hope all is well with you, sister, with your fans, though. Oh, man, Gertrude. I ain't want to go over Gertrude's house any damn way. What's going on with y'all, man? I hope all is well. I hope everybody's doing well on this Tuesday. Man, what is it? March 4th, 2025, Pisces season. Whole lot of Pisces mess going on, man. Yeah, when the Pisces in the house, oh my God. When the Pisces in the house, oh my God. Man, I hope all is well with you all, man. I hope you are having a productive, powerful day. My apologies for missing yesterday. I was busy on the project as well as my children. My son is a little bit under the weather. Salute to old school Winston Lee in the building. What's up with the old school Winston Lee? Salute to my family. Yes, indeedy, man. I'm super excited about this one, man. I'm super excited about this one. Once again, welcome to the Truth on Boxing. Welcome to the Punch Junkie presents the Truth on Boxing, man. Brought to you by the Punch Junkie brand. Salute to everybody that shows love and support to the Punch Junkie brand, man. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you all, man. You have absolutely no idea. If I had a million tongues, man, I could not tell it all, man. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all. But thank you all so much. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. But for those of y'all who don't know, you can go over to www.punchjunkie.com. That is for all the latest and greatest news in the sport of boxing. And it is also all things Punch Junkies over there. So they'll take you over to the Punch Junkie Network, which is the last place in the world for real fans of the sweet science. So you can come over to the Punch Junkie Network, join the network, become a part of the family. Also, there's the link that sends you over to the merch shop, man, so you can go get your Punch Junkie merchandise, though, man. But salute to you all. Thank you all so much. Once again, man, this is the gift. Like, this fight, man, is the gift that just keeps on giving. Had the opportunity to go back and kind of watch it again, you know what I mean, and formulate, you know, my opinion, you know what I'm saying, as far as how I scored the fight and what I thought about the fight. And I'll tell you, man, it just has me that much more excited, man. I'm not finna play with you all, so I'm looking forward to talking about it very much so. And also, and I'm going to pose the question, or the question is going to be posed for today. Just, you know, off the muscle. The question for today is, Does Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach? There we are. Does this fight deserve a rematch? Does the fight deserve a rematch? Hold on, what am I doing here? Let me see if I don't know. I don't want it to scroll across the bottom. There we go. The question of the day is, does Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach deserve a rematch? And the punchline is actually open, 513-643-9900. So that is indeed the question of the day. It will continuously be the question of the day. Those of y'all who do want to call in and give you spiel, man, you can go ahead on and call in whenever you get ready to, man. Salute to everybody though that's falling in. Salute to my sister Tay, the real queen of MMA and combat talk in the building. What's up with you, Tay? Man, but I'm super excited to talk about this, man, and I really want us to get to it, you know what I mean, and do what we do. But before we do what we do, I got to do what I do. So let's get to.
Oh no, you didn't. Wait a minute. No, you didn't. Hey, Jay, come back here. Jay. Fool ass bitch, man. Jay. Give me my money. Jay. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you.
Shoe program. Yes, indeedy. But salute, man. Tay said yes, indeed. She said bring the rematch. Shaquila says, yep, it's in their contract. Come on with it. Salute to the homie, the Dirt Gang boss in the building. What's up with you, boss? The question of the day, once again, the punchline is indeed open. And the question of the day is, does Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach deserve a rematch? Does it deserve a rematch, man? You can go ahead on and call in, man, for those of y'all who would like to. Once again, the call-in line is 513-643-9900. 513-643-9900, and come on in and holla at us. Man, some takeaways from the card, just overall in general, man. Salute to Jared Hurd, man. He did lose a unanimous decision to Johan Gonzalez in their middleweight fight early on in the card. Jared Hurd announced that if he didn't win this fight, if he lost, he would retire. And he made good on that, man. He made good on that. So he definitely intends to retire from the sport of boxing after a stellar career, man. He had a stellar career. I'm not going to take away from his career, and I'm not going to take the opportunity to say anything negative about Jared Hurd and his career, because there's nothing negative to be said. He's 25-4. He's 17 of his wins coming by way of knockout, and he's been stopped one time, and he does have one draw on his resume. He was also unified champion at 154 pounds, man, and had a reign there at 154. So salute to Jared Swift Hurd, man, and his career, man, and getting out and with all of his faculties and getting on to what's next, man. He did his parents proud, man, did his family proud, did Occokeek, Maryland is where he's from. So he did Occokeek, Maryland proud, man. So DMV, y'all definitely had one, man, with him. So salute to the family, Swift Jared Hurd, man. But let me see. We got a caller, 651 in the building. What's up with you?
Yo, it's your favorite Eritrean American, number one top critic of yours, Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. What it do?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, bro. Why when you say Eritrean, you say Eritrean one way and then you say American another way, man? What's that all about?
Because I'm both sides of the fence. I'm Eritrean American because I'm trying to shut you up when it comes to this immigrant nonsense. I'm American, so I'm not going to let you go in there and continue this nonsense. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Yes, indeed. What's up with you, bro? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm chilling, bro. This aftermath of the Tank Davis and Lamont Roach, situation has really been it's been heating up, man. It has been heating up. I've been hearing both sides of the fence the last couple of days. So let's get it.
Yes, indeed. So just give me your thoughts. Does this fight constitute and deserve a rematch?
The answer is yes. Yes, it does deserve a rematch. And the fact of the matter is, this is the first time that anybody, to my knowledge, has even questioned about Tank Davis. You know what I mean? And the thing about it there is, if I'm Lamont Roach, I leverage this as best I can to make Tank Davis force this rematch. Because right now, it's looking real bad for Tank Davis, because a lot of people have been saying that he got exposed, that he got, served up to what the people that have been covering for him all this time. It's looking real bad for Tank Davis. So, yes, it deserves immediate rematch. You cannot hold this off no more. You got to go in there and show that what you did, how you performed that first fight was not you. You got to go back and make amends to this. Because the thing is, though, Junior, we have good memories. And we remember things from previous fights. And the truth of the matter is, I would say that Lamont Roach is still the underdog in the situation. And it's because Tank has to prove something. We know what Lamont Roach, how he did. He came in there in shape and showed a different dimension that Tank Davis wasn't expecting from. And now he's got to go in there and do the same thing. Tank Davis has to be the one to prove that he can beat a slick fighting style. There's a reason why he's avoided fighters who fight in that kind of style. There's a reason for it. And that fight on Saturday showed everything.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate you calling in and telling people how they can follow you.
Yes, sir. Y'all can find me right here on YouTube, Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I'm an Eritrean American. I ain't no damn immigrant, how juniors like to say. You know what I mean? Y'all can catch me at the LWC meet and greet out there in Vegas, man. Y'all better buy y'all tickets, man, for real. Buy your tickets, get them early, get everything set up. Because if you don't, you're going to be hearing from us. See you in Vegas.
Yes, indeed, man. Salute, bro. I appreciate you calling in.
Yes, sir. Have a great day.
You too, bro. Yeah, my brother said it needs to be an immediate rematch. Salute to my brother, whatever, man, in the building. What's good with you, homie? Salute to everybody that's tuning in. Salute to my brother, Stormy B, man. I see you, bro. What's good with you? Salute to everybody that's taking the time to tune in to the live stream. Thank you all so much. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. Salute to everybody that's catching this in syndication, man. Thank you all so very much, man. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. Wherever you're listening in, whether it's iHeartRadio, Apple, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, Android Podcasts, or Google Podcasts, or Spreaker, SoundCloud, wherever. Thank you all so much, man. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. Salute to 773 in the building. What's good with you?
You know what it is.
Yes, indeed. What's up with you, bro? Salute to my brother Stormy B, man, in the building.
One good turn deserves another, brother.
Yes,
One
sir.
good turn deserves another.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you feeling?
It was just a little. I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good.
How you
man.
doing?
Good. Go ahead. What was you saying?
I'm very pleased to tell everybody out there listening right now. I'm very pleased that you have returned to some boxing talk because your voice is sorely needed. No, seriously. All sincerity, this is a compliment. Your voice is sorely needed out here because you bring something within your own element, that is much needed and appreciated, especially, by the likes of me. So, when I get to see you sometimes, because I'm actually working right now, but
Yes,
when I'm able to, I can participate, even if I'm just in the chat. But I really appreciate you, because you have so many irons in the fire. But when you're doing your boxing thing, I really appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate your support, bro. And I appreciate what you do as well, man. But what's understood needs no explanation, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time to call too. What let me ask you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, this fight, does it deserve an immediate rematch?
Well, deserve is not necessarily what I would consider. What we deserve was to get the right decision the first go around.
There we go.
That's what we deserve. Tank Davis lost that fight against Lamont Roach, and there's a brother out there, I forget his name, forgive me, but he's a coach and he's been on 78 shows the past couple of days, and he's talked about this. The Western side of boxing is shooting itself in the foot so much with poor decisions and also poor officiating to the degree it makes people cynics instead of, having an appreciation for rules, regulations, and things of that nature. Even when someone is found to cheat or pop dirty or something like that, people get very cynical about the situation instead of getting serious and demanding that, hey, more scrutiny come into play. But in this instance, deserves, not so much. What we deserved was the correct decision the first time. But does it warrant? Absolutely. Because those who are not necessarily in the know about what they witnessed, they may have to see it again for it to be able to convince them. And I also believe that for Gervonta Tank Davis, he needs to experience it again for him to be convinced. Because I don't believe he went in with the proper respect the first time around. That doesn't mean that he can perform better the second go around. But each man in life comes to a point where he has to face his demons. And you can't run away from that. So this is his test. He's either going to put up, or he's going to shy away, or he's not going to be up to snuff. So it's that simple. But each of us have a cross to bear, and we have to carry that burden. So this is his. As far as Lamont Roach, people know who he is now. Even though some may not, but what this brought forward is more recognition to him than he had going in. And just imagine if he's able to replicate the success from the first go-around, then that places him even in a greater status. But it also diminishes the other guy quite a bit more, you see. So that's why it's warranted more so than deserved.
Well, let me ask you this while I got you on the line, because one of the things that I'm interested in, and I'm very interested in, and this carries over from our conversation on Sunday, I do want to see an immediate rematch. Definitely. If it's not an immediate rematch, then I really don't care what Tank Davis does. But what would it mean for Lamont Roach to go and fight Shakur Stevenson? And just and I'm not even talking about the outcome. I'm not even interested in that conversation. What would it mean for him to, if the rematch is not put on for whatever reasons, under no control of Lamont Roach, because he's still not in control within the situation. He's still waiting for his ticket to get punched, or called. So what would it mean for the career and the trajectory of Tank Davis and so on and so forth if Lamont Roach transitioned over and just fought Shakur Stevenson?
Well, what would happen is it diminishes Tank even further because it's reflective of him not standing on business, delivering what he needs to deliver for his own personal career, delivering what boxing deserves, which is to see some clarity and to get a correction and or a certification out of what transpired the first time. He also robs himself of something that is sorely needed in the boxing today with quality matchups. If he's able to get Roach back with a decision, because I don't think he can knock Roach out, but if he gets him back with a decision, now you set it up for a possible third fight, which means that fighters who go through their careers and have had rematches and sometimes trilogies, their careers can be centered around that. It becomes a defining point in your career. This is why guys should not shun away from competition.
Facts.
You see? Because sometimes you look back and this is what defined you. It defined your career. It made your name, or you didn't live up to. You see? So that's what I was saying a moment ago when I was saying about, running away from it, stepping to it, or falling short. See, and I have to say this: these coaches and trainers of today, they may do work with these guys in the gym, but I question how much character development is going along with this in the gym. Because you can start out people when they're young, yeah, you can teach them how to throw punches and all of that. But are you teaching them ethical means of being a better person outside of what they're doing athletically? You see what I'm saying? So they'll have something positive to offer the world because kids become adults.
Facts. Facts. Man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you so much, man. Tell the people how they can follow you, bro.
Right on YouTube, Stormy D-Man's the name, all caps with no cap.
Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate you, call, bro. Appreciate your call, man. And we're gonna chop it up here shortly.
All right, thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Bless to you, bro, and peace to the chat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute to my brother Stormy B, man, calling in, man. Ooh wee. Man, I had so much to say. Salute to my sister Shawala. Yeah, I see you. But salute to Jared Hurd. Once again, man, y'all call in. Y'all call in, man. The question of the day is, does this fight, Davis versus Roach, deserve and or warrant a rematch, man, an immediate rematch? As far as the Julian J. Rock Williams, salute to Tellez, Jonas Tellez, he won unanimous decision over Julian J. Rock Williams, and that was for the interim WBA title at 154. I do believe that Julian J. Rock Williams made a good account for himself for sure. As far as I just think it's starting to be that time, man. Of course, as we know, inactivity is the killer of anybody's career with regard to the sport. Salute to Alberto Puello, man. Our Puello and his unanimous decision win over Sandor Martin, man. That fight was entertaining, man. I think Puello is tricky, man. I think he is tricky. I think he had some good, man. He had a great variation of power punches, man. And I think that just proved to be a little bit too much for Sandor Martin. I think Sandor Martin definitely had some great moments in there. And I think that, I think Sandor Martin is just, I think that was a fight where you look at, it's like tiers, you know what I'm saying? So you have the championship tier, and then you have right at the championship tier. And I feel like Sandor Martin proved that he was right at the championship tier, but just not quite ready to cross over into the championship level tier. And I mean, what do we know at 140? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much more time he has left, and if he'll ever cross over into that championship level tier as far as the major titles, who knows? The fight of the night, man, that I was most excited about was Jose Valenzuela versus Gary Antoine Russell, and that was for the WBA title at 154 pounds. 140 pounds. Man, I'm gonna say this, and I tried to do a video about it in real time. Like, I tried to record a video, and I'm just gonna be honest with you all. I tried to do a video about it, and the video was in response to me seeing Mr. Gary Russell Jr. training his brother for the fight, and essentially watching him assume the responsibility and picking up his father's tools and carrying out his father's work. And so I was trying to talk about it in real time, but it's too emotional for me, man, because I see so much and I see a lot of parallels in my own personal life, you know what I mean? With losing my father and having to, see about my little brother and be intentional with my daddy's business or whatnot. And so I just, man, that storyline for them, it's so much more beyond the actual sport of boxing, man. Like, it's so much more beyond the sport of boxing. And I'm trying to control myself now, honestly speaking. But to see them, you know, lose their father throughout this process, and the father being the patriarch, him being the king, him being the one, and to see them pick it up, and to see Gary Russell Jr., Mr. Gary Russell Jr., selflessly assume that role and assume that position. You know what I'm saying? And you're talking about a fighter who is an elite world-class championship fighter, a world champion fighter who has put his own career on the back burner at the most pinnacle time. Let's be clear. Gary Russell could be in pursuit of, you know, getting some work. Gary Russell could go and sign with Eddie Hearn. He could go over the Riyadh season today. Like Gary Russell Jr. could come up to, from 26, he could come up to 130 and go and fight O'Shaquie Foster, and it'd be a super fight. He could even come and dance at 135 and link up with he could call Turkey Al-Sheikh today, and he would have a Shakur Stevenson fight by the end of the year. You understand what I'm saying? But with the biggest payday he's ever had, like Gary Russell Jr. could do that, but he selflessly put himself on the back burner, in my opinion, to pick up his father's tools and to carry out the mission, man. And man, he could go fight Monster Inoue for sure, Dirt Gang boss. But it's just something that's so powerful about that, man. And I wouldn't be, and I guess I'm saying it now because I wouldn't be myself if I didn't say it and I didn't express just how powerful that is for me to see. For salute to everybody that got the actual Punch Junkie magazine. If y'all remember, I can't remember what issue it was, but there was an issue where we commemorated the life and legacy of Mr. Gary Russell Sr. and what he's done. Because, you know, for me, from my eyes, they're boxing royalty. You know what I mean? They're boxing royalty. And so it's so powerful to see Mr. Gary Russell Jr. assume that position, man, and really carry out his father's mission. And like, I don't expect anybody to understand it. You know what I mean? Joe Townsend, I see you in the building, bro. I know you understand exactly what I'm saying. But it's something so powerful for a son to bury his father and then, or not even, you don't even have to bury your father, but to pick up and continue on with your father's mission. And so that really, like, I've been moved by that whole storyline this whole time. Lucchini, what's up with you, homie? I've been moved by that storyline this whole time. So this fight was something that was very near and dear to my heart, man. And I'm just listening and I'm watching and I'm just taking it all in. And I know the average person, like everybody, doesn't really understand what it is that we're looking at. And it ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody. But this moment and that storyline and that world championship, I feel like that was for me. You understand what I'm saying? And a testament to just that journey. You know what I'm saying? And if you've never experienced that and you don't understand it, then I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know what to say. But I just really have taken so much from that from myself. So salute to Gary Antoine Russell. Congratulations. Salute to the whole entire Russell team, the Russell family. Salute to Coach Kelvin. Salute, homie. To you, and salute to man, I don't want to say most importantly, but salute to Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Shlom. And it's honorable, man. Like, it's honorable. It's honorable, man. It's just honorable. But Gary Antoine Russell, man, he won by unanimous decision. His power and pressure was just entirely too much, man, for Valenzuela. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm looking forward to the rematch between Puello and Gary Antoine Russell for a unification bout. Yeah, sign me up for that one. Sign me up for that, homie. You sign me up for that one, because what I saw on Saturday, man, at 140, I'm ooh, woo. Man, hey man, sign me up. Because what the Gary Antoine Russell that I saw and that Alberto Puello that I saw, man, when them dudes get back in the ring, man, I ain't even sign me up. Like, that's must-see TV. Sign me up for that, Slim. When them two dudes lock horns again, Slim, sign me up for that. Like, man, sign me up for Gary Antoine Russell versus Alberto Puello 2 for a unification bout at 150. Salute, Killer Cam. I see you in the building. What's up with you, Cam? Yeah, sign me up. Yeah, sign me up. All right, man. So let's get into it, man. Before I gotta go, I gotta get ready to go get the baby here in a second. So we did have Gervonta Tank Davis versus and y'all all know this, man, versus Lamont Roach. As far as the fight ended in a majority draw, 115-113 for Davis, 114-114 and 114-114, scoring the fight a majority draw. I'm in total disagreement with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. As far as the punch stats was, Lamont Roach, he landed 112 punches out of 400 shots thrown. So he threw 400, landed 112. Tank Davis threw 279 shots, landed 103 of them. One of the most important key moments we know was the controversial non-knockdown call in round 9. Roach landed a jab. Like y'all stop playing. You know, well, I'm not finna play. I'm not finna play. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not finna play. I subscribe to the doctrine and the thought process of things being black and white. I don't really do the gray area stuff too well. It either is or it ain't. You know what I mean? It's a yes or a no. You feel me? It's a positive or a negative. It's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really in this space where I'm trying to engage how much the punch affected him or what happened. It wasn't enough for him to take a knee based off the punch and blah, blah, blah. Lamont Roach threw a shot, and I'm just going to say one shot. I ain't going to even talk about combos and none of that. He threw a shot. The shot landed. Gervonta Tank Davis took a knee. You understand what I'm saying? Then he got up and proceeded to go to the corner and stick his head out the corner and essentially took a timeout. No matter how we slice it up, that's what happened. That's what happened. That is, I've never seen a fighter. I've never seen a fighter get hit with a shot, take a knee, and then not be ruled a knockdown. Like, I've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen it. So I'm not interested in none of the other stuff. I mean, people are saying what they say or whatever, but as for me, I know what it was that I saw. I know what I saw in real time, and they even had the slow motion during the fight. I know exactly what it was that I saw, and that was a knockdown. You know what I mean? And it should have been scored a knockdown. As far as the fight being a robbery, I felt like they got it wrong. You know what I'm saying? And if ever anything would constitute a robbery, the fact that a knockdown should have been called and was initially called, and Steve Willis did not go through with the original call, that constitutes a robbery. You understand what I'm saying? Because he even went as far as to start counting when Gervonta Tank Davis took a knee. And then the count just went out of the window all of a sudden, and so on and so forth. And I've seen Steve Willis be a whole lot more stern in other fights, and so I'm really shocked and appalled at his behavior. I'm not gonna hold you, but that definitely something in the milk wasn't white, man. Because even with the official cards that we have in and the cards that we have now, if that knockdown had been called, that totally negates those cards, and that one factor will swing the fight to the direction of Lamont Roach winning the fight. And it was a call that they got wrong. Like that, it was wrong. It was a call that they got wrong. I'm not here to talk about the velocity of the punch or if it had an effect on him or any of that. You understand what I'm saying? Nah. That totally swings the fight. Totally swings the fight. And so a lot of, people who watched the fight, we felt like that Roach outboxed Davis. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people felt that. Some people felt like Tank Davis actually won the fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that I feel like, once again, I do feel like Lamont Roach won the fight. I felt like he won the fight. I did score it. What did I score? I scored it 7-5, Roach's way. Could have possibly been, I could definitely see 8-4. But and I felt like at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, Lamont Roach won the fight, and that was without the knockdown. With the knockdown, there's no question. Now, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. But the moral of the story is, I think that this was an opportunity for the sport of boxing, and to echo the sentiments of Stormy B, man, this was an opportunity for the sport of boxing to get it right, and they didn't. You know what I'm saying? And so now you have people walking away feeling like they touched a greasy doorknob. You understand what I'm saying? Was this a case of boxing politics protecting the undefeated undefeated star, or did Tank Davis really do enough to keep his belt? You know what I mean? And when it's all said and done, it's like, man, come on, man. And I'm hearing people saying, oh, just because Tank Davis went in there and he didn't get a knockdown, now y'all saying he lost the fight and yada yada yada. And I'm saying, bro, that's the same shit that y'all said about Deontay Wilder. When Deontay Wilder went out and didn't get a knockdown, and all of a sudden he lost the fight. He went out there and knocked Tyson Fury, turned Tyson Fury every which way but loose, knocked him down 3 times, and Tyson Fury won the fight. In the popular opinion, I've never seen a challenger go into a fight versus a world champion and get knocked down 3 times, 2 of them officially, one of them a case where he was literally knocked out, and I've never seen a fighter come from there and actually win a fight versus a world champion. Never, ever in my life have I ever seen that. Never. Have I seen fighters get knocked down and win fights? Yes. But I've never seen a fighter get knocked down 3 times and then get a decision win over the world champion, or be in the space where he's the world champ. No, bro, he got his ass knocked out. He got his noodle knocked loose. So it's the same smoke. It's the same thing for, if that's the case, it should be the same smoke for Tank Davis. Yeah, he didn't knock somebody out, and he didn't, but it's more than just he didn't knock him out. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't knock out a fighter that was pulled up from a lighter weight division, who he's already had fights with, that he's familiar with, who has already lost to a lower tier opponent. This is all on paper. Like, this is what happened. Yeah, this is what happened. Yeah. My brother Stormy B-Man said the Nigerian Nightmare knocked Klitschko down 4 times and lost the decision. This stuff is real. Abel Rael says if the judges would have gave Tank 8 instead of a 9, Tank would have lost, but the rematch would still happen. If you watch it again, you can see the ref did start a count but waved it off. Yeah, that's what we just said, bro. We just said that. Yeah, Steve Willis actually started the count. Salute, Albert. I appreciate you. But ultimately, at the end of the day, though, like I said, for me, and this is the sentiment that I spoke about on Stormy B-Man's channel on Sunday. And I hate that I'm just now getting around to reacting to this and saying this, but I just want to share this here on this platform, is that my problem with this, and the major problem with this, and I have absolutely, because I still feel that Tank Davis is an incredible fighter. I'm happy that Lamont Roach is now introduced into the fold, because I feel like I'm stupid. You understand what I'm saying? I'm as a boxing fan, I am 100% stupid, because I operate from this thought process of the more the merrier. The more world champion caliber fighters we have in a division, guess what? The better fights that we have, so we can stop getting Shakur Stevenson versus the whatever my dude's name was, who the electrician who came in. You know what I'm saying? We can stop getting Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero's. You know what I'm saying? We can stop getting Keyshawn Davis versus some lower level of competition. It's the more the merrier. If we had Padley, thanks, Shawag. Girl, let me find out you're gonna help keep me on point, sister. Thank you. But let me like, the more the merrier. The more world-class fighters we have in the division, guess what? The more world-class fights we're gonna have, because I'm just so happen to like world-class competition with my sports. You understand what I'm saying? all of the sports that I watch, I love to see the best people on the planet compete against, guess who? The other best people on the planet. I love to see that in basketball. I do not want to see the Los Angeles Lakers play the Ohio State high school state Division I champion. I don't want to see that. You understand what I'm saying? I would like to see the Los Angeles Lakers play somebody else on the same level as them. Like, I'm not interested in it. I want everybody to be against the world-class fighters should be fighting world-class competition. You understand what I'm saying? The only time that should not happen is if you are young in your career and you have not crossed over into the world-class contender status. If you're still a prospect, then you can do what prospects do. You understand? But once you cross over to world class and you're being called the face of boxing, or you're being called elite level, or you're being called, watch this one, world champion, then you should no longer be fighting against people that are not world champion level. You understand? This is why I feel like this is the power of the rankings. I don't believe that world champions should fight anybody below the third ranked in their respective sanctioning bodies. Or else what the hell are we doing with the rankings? You know who should be fighting? People should be fighting on those rankings. They should be fighting to move up the rankings. You see what I'm saying? So a world champion shouldn't go down and fight the 8th rank, the 7th rank, the 10th rank, the 12th rank. Hell no. They should not fight anything beneath the 3rd. I might give you 4th based on the politics of boxing. I might give you the 4th ranked person in their sanctioning body. They should not fight below that. Those dudes who are ranked 4 through 10, they should be fighting, guess who? One another. Why? Because they can get up into that 1, 2, 3 status in order to get a shot versus the champion. That's how that shit should work. Not none of this foolishness. You can just pull somebody up, or we can go pay the sanctioning body and get this no-name schmo ranked at number 9 so it don't look so bad. Hell nah. Hell nah. No way, no how. So I'm one of the, so the more the merrier. Lamont Roach, and I saw that interview where Shakur Stevenson talked about Lamont Roach helping him prepare for Valdez. And we saw how Shakur Stevenson looked against Valdez. And he said he welcomes Roach to a fight, and he didn't diminish his efforts against Tank, which is what a competitive fighter does, not tear him down. But what he did, yeah, and that's what he said. And what Shakur said, and I'm going to tell you, Stormy, they be listening. Because if you remember a while back, I said that I want Shakur to totally change the way he promotes himself. I want him to stop talking about he gonna F somebody up and I'm gonna knock you out and I'm gonna do this. No, I want you to go and say that I'm a technician, I am a masterclass boxer, I am the best of this generation, and you can't beat me. That's what I want to hear from Shakur. And Shakur said, I want to prove that I am levels above him too. That's what he said when he was talking about Lamont Roach. I think Lamont Roach is great. He's a world-class fighter. He helped me prepare for Valdez. I would love to fight him because I want to prove that I am levels above him too. That's how I like to hear you talk. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. That's what I'm talking about. But all of this, these politics and whatnot, now I'm not on it at all. But I welcome Lamont Roach to the fold. Full speed ahead, man. No man. And I want this fight. I want this rematch. Like, I want the rematch, and I want it immediately. And if we don't get it immediately, I'm not sure I'll ever want to see it, because I want Lamont Roach to move on and go do whatever it is that he's going to do, which he's going to go over and fight some other elite level competition. You understand? One of the things that I said was, when I was talking about, because I understand, like, I'm not going to lie to y'all, like, I'm not here to play. And I am a fan of Gervonta Tank Davis in real life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, damn, all of this, what do my dude call them? All things boxing, my dude call them meat mushers. You understand what I'm saying? Salute to all things boxing. Nah, there you go, talking that boxing again. Salute to the homie. I'm not a meat musher. I'm not a meat musher. Like, I want, and I was calling for, if Tank Davis does not want to fight Shakur Stevenson. And he does not want to fight Keyshawn Davis. And Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson want to make that whole premise of fighting Tank Davis obsolete. They should fight one another. Imagine what happens if they fight one another and unify at 135. Are you nuts? So yeah, but I'm actually a person that I want to see the elite level fighters fight one another. I do want this fight to be I do want a rematch. I want an immediate rematch because I need to see. Like, you got to show me, dog. Like, I think Tank is the goods. You got to show me. You got to show me, bro. You didn't had your test. This is your cross to bear. I need to see it. What are you cut? Where you cut from? What you made of? I need to see it. One of my biggest regrets is I never got to see Adrian Broner versus Marcos Maidana too. It's one of my biggest regrets in the sport of boxing. I've never said that. It's one of my biggest regrets is that I didn't get that second fight because Floyd swooped in and did what he did. I never got to see Marcos Maidana 2 versus Adrian Broner. And that is one of the fights I had so many proud moments with regard to Adrian Broner in that fight. Yeah. So now we get to see. We get to see now. As far as technically, let me say this: as far as with the fight and you know, the strengths and the weaknesses that was exposed. Of course, Tank Davis, his power shots, you know what I mean. It still had an impact, even though he had a tremendously low punch output. He did have solid defense under pressure. He never really got too much in trouble. He got his ass outworked. One of the weaknesses that was exposed with Tank Davis was the low punch volume. He only threw 279 punches at 135 pounds. Come on, man. We got heavyweights throwing 400 punches. That's not enough activity for a championship fight. Like, that's not enough activity for a world champion to come out and prove that you don't belong in the ring with me. How are you going to full court press somebody up out of there that don't belong being in the ring with you, and you only threw 279 punches, bro? You understand what I'm saying? And you are a boxer. You are a master class boxer. And you running around here trying to pick these shots and trying to get these knockout shots. No, bro. You go and create that shit. He also struggled with Roach's jab and his movement, which is what everybody's been saying. We've been talking about he doesn't fight black athletic fighters. And when he did, he struggled with Roach's jab and his movement. Y'all remember the same jab that I said that if Roach is able to employ his jab and he's able to move and he's able to control the fight at distance, I favor him in this fight. Y'all remember when I said that? Yeah, probably not. But because y'all don't listen, y'all just skim through. You feel me? Y'all just skim through. I gotta go get my baby. But he could not close the distance effectively because of Roach's jab and his movement. And also, I'm gonna say this. I think Tank got a little tired in them later rounds. I think he got tired a little bit in them later rounds. I'm just gonna leave that there. Then I'm going to say something else that I'm just going to leave. And I'm only going to say it once. I'm only going to say this once. Shawar, listen to me. Tank, you got to figure that corner shit out, bro. You got to figure that corner shit out, bro. Everybody's not supposed to be talking in the corner. Everybody's supposed to talk outside of the ring. The corner people, they supposed to talk outside the ring. And you are supposed to reach what is called a consortium. You are supposed to reach a consortium or an agreement. And then the chief second is the only person that needs to be talking. That's my alarm to go get my baby. It's the chief second is the only person that needs to be talking. It's too many voices in the corner, bro. Too many voices in the corner. It's too much going on. You got Barry talking. You got Coach Calvin talking. Coach Barry Hunter talking. You got Coach Calvin talking. You got Coach Kenny talking. You got Tank talking. You got Tank arguing with Calvin, telling him to listen to me. And what the fuck is going on in the corner, bro? Like, everybody, y'all can play around with this. I'm not finna play with it. I'm not finna play with it because I ain't got time to play with it. A, and B, I don't have to. Man, it's too much. Too much going on in the corner. It's too much going on in the corner. You got to figure that out, man. We see Barry Hunter the whole time. You over there in headbangers, training over there and so on and so forth. Why even bring that? Why even bring that bringing Coach Calvin in? It's not good. That don't look good for the optics. Why bring him in at the end of camp? Put him in the front row. Put him on the floor. Put him back there in the front row on the floor, and we're going to watch this work. We'll get back to work after this fight. It's too many voices in the corner. And they talking over each other. It's too much, man. Too much mess. You got to figure that shit out. And that's all I'm going to say about that, man. Salute to Coach Calvin. That's my guy. You know what I mean? Salute to Tank. I rock with Tank. And you already salute to Coach Boog. Salute to Coach Barry. Like, salute to Headbangers. But it's too much going on, man. And in those moments, that wasn't a moment for all that shit to be going on. You wasn't in there with Rolly Romero. You wasn't in there with the lower tier competition. You wasn't in there with somebody that wasn't really essentially a threat. Joe Townsend said it looked like a domino game in the corner, slamming and yelling. Man, tripping, bro. It's tripping. Salute to the Jazz Jamboree in the building. I gotta go, man. Y'all making me late. My key takeaway is Tank's power is dangerous, but he got to fix the punch output, man. You got to set that shit up, man. You can't just be walking, man. Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. You got to set it up, man. But you got to output. You got to do things. And I always go back to the Leo Santa Cruz fight. You understand what I'm saying? In the Leo Santa Cruz fight, Tank set his shit up, but he set it up throwing punches. He set it up throwing punches. Lamont Roach, man, his strength was the effective jab. He controlled the range, and he landed consistently, even onto the knockdown that wasn't scored. His activity level, he outlanded Tank 112 punches to 103. Also, his composure was composure was absolutely unparalleled. He stayed disciplined under Tank's pressure, and he returned fire with fire. His weaknesses was, of course, as far as the power, he didn't have enough the power, if you will, to capitalize on Tank with regard to a stoppage. But he did have enough, and I guess this should be a strength. He did have enough to get that damn respect, and so to make sure you ain't finna run up in here all willy nilly and pulling the kick door like he did versus Leo Santa Cruz. Also in the mid-range exchanges, he got caught a few times. When he was closing that distance on Tank, when he was walking and stepping to Tank. The key takeaway is Lamont Roach proved that he belonged at the top level, period, point blank, end of discussion. He did enough to win the fight. He did enough to take the belt from the champ, in my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as, you know, who was the real winner in this situation, man, I think hands down it's got to be Lamont Roach, man. I got to go, man. I want to talk about this so much more, but I got to slack because I got to go get my baby. Thank y'all so much, man, for taking the time to tune in, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you all. Like I said, this fight does warrant an immediate rematch. If it doesn't have an immediate rematch, then I believe that it's welcome Lamont Roach to the party, and he needs to move on and go on and get some of these elite level competitions. I hear Saudi Arabia got a bag, and they don't mind spending it, man. Salute to you all. Thank you all so much. Salute to everybody that shows love to the Black Gentleman Grooming Company. We do have a line of all natural handcrafted grooming products specifically with you in mind. So be sure to come check us out, www.theblackgent.com. That's www.theblackgent.com, man. So thank you all so much. Salute to the family, man. This is Junior the Truth signing off. I'm giving you your daily reminder to view your life like a pair of dice until your life looks like a pair of dice. I'm a Ohio-born player, made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got to keep pushing, baby.
We offer the best grooming products for you. Dress on natural and handcrafted too. We want to help be your swagger, style, class, and luxury. Make our products tailor-made for you with high quality. Yeah. So get in style with the Black Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. Yeah. The Black Gentleman Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. Yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com.